Hi everyone, it's the Four Gun Guy. And my friends at Vevor sent me this storage box for the bed of my truck and asked me to do a review on it. And I said, sure, I'll do an honest review. Like I've always told you in my other videos, if you send me something, it's going to be an honest review. So what I thought we would do today is, I haven't even looked at this against the truck, so let's talk about a few of the features. I do want to go over some of the reviews that I've seen on Amazon. Let's talk about that. My opinion of using a storage unit like this in the bed of your truck. And then I don't think I'm going to show the entire installation, but I'll videotape that. Maybe I'll speed some parts up. I want to see how easy it is because the manual looks very descriptive, so that's good. And then we'll have some final thoughts. So if you're ready to go, let's get to it. Now, I do go out whenever I get one of these products. I'll go out onto like Amazon and read the reviews. This got mixed reviews. Some of the reviews were talking about how kind of flimsy the plastic box is. Other reviews were talking about some installation issues they had. And again, I haven't even put this out at the truck. I haven't even looked at these brackets or any of that. So we'll see how all this lines up, because some people said, hey, this bracket didn't line up with the holes in the bed of the truck. We're going to see. But I wanted to go over right now some of the things here's my thinking. Number one, right now I use a, Home Depot store, kind of one of those plastic boxes to store all of my shooting bags in, right? My small shooting bags. And it's worked pretty well. I have wanted to try one of these for a while, and when Vevor reached out to me and said, hey, here's a list of things that you can, we'll be happy to send you, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'll look at that. Well, let's talk about the unit itself and just some of the things. So the first thing is, whenever I get one of these, any product, I always look at the manual. These instructions are very clear and very easy to understand. So good point there. All of the bracket material is metal, and seems like it's very well machined. It's thick, it's coated well. The bin itself now it has a metal bracket on the back here that they've already installed. The bin itself is a hard plastic. It's like an ABS plastic. It is not super thick, right? But it's not like flimsy. I mean, I can bend this lid here a little bit. Yeah. The lock on top of it, actually I had to get used to it, because basically what you do is you turn the lock, then you turn the key, and now it's locked. So I kind of like that. So it's not just you turn the key and then the thing's unlocked. You have to turn the key and turn the lock, and now it's unlocked. Other things, all the nuts and bolts and everything are here. They do include another lock that fits in the back once you get it installed. So again, no one could just take this off the hinges and walk away with it, which makes sense if you're not going to have it under a cover, right? I think I like these features. It's got a good metal latch here that seems to be, it's adjustable, and it's metal. So yeah, I like what I see so far. It's got a lot of storage in there. And by the way, it also has a small tray that comes into it. So if you have some smaller parts or smaller things like tools that you want to put in that tray, you could put those in the tray. So let me do this. Let me go install this thing. I'll probably either take some pictures or do some video, and let's see how long it takes me to install it, how easy the installation is, did things line up, and then we'll see what it looks like after it's installed. All right, well, I installed the bracket. Now to do that, you've got to take the tail light off, which is no big deal, but I do have to tell you that when you're taking this tail light off, you're going to have to really pull that thing out of there, and then you just disconnect it, set it to the side, and mount this bracket. Bracket mounting went pretty easy. I'd say this whole thing here took me 5 minutes. And now I'm going to install the second bracket, which is over the the tie down here. So let me do that and then we'll come back. Okay, I installed the second bracket. Now, one of the reviews in Amazon said, oh, the holes don't line up. Look, they didn't line up, right? Because this thing has some spring in it. So they were out a little bit. You tighten the inside ones first, then you can push this side in and just tighten these down. It was no big deal. So I've got that, and then the next step is to install the box itself. Installing this took, another 5 minutes. All right, well, here it is installed. It's out of the way. It's really taken the place of this, which was a little wider and kind of, I had to use the bungee cords and everything to lock that down. With this thing, I just pull this out. It's good. It slides right out of here. Let me get that out of the way. And now I've got all my bags and everything in here. This thing holds everything that was in there, holds it securely, and then when I'm done, just slide this back. Locks back in place. Really like it. Now, the thing is, with the tonneau cover, I just have to make sure that this is out before I lock that down. No big deal. Look, I want to thank my friends at Vevor for sending this to me. This is the 6.6 liter storage box for the Ford F-150. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I would give this thing an A, honestly. I know a lot of people in the comments said it's kind of flimsy. It's not flimsy. I can promise you right now, this thing has 45 pounds of shooting bags in it. 45 pounds. So I want you to go grab a, maybe a small bag of sand or something like that and lift that up. That's what's in this thing, and it's swiveling perfectly. It's really, this bracket's holding it perfectly. So yeah, I don't think it's that flimsy at all. But the one thing I want to say, so maybe an A-, because the only thing that I have to say is in the instructions they have these bolts that they say you need to use. Well, these aren't the bolts that are put in the contents. So you just have to kind of pause for a second and go, okay, these 3 bolts actually go to the bracket. There aren't 8 of these. So just a little hiccup there, but other than that, I really like how this thing is working. Well, hey, thanks for watching another one, guys. And I've got a lot more coming out. It's a whole new year starting. So I've got starting new matches, some new practice sessions that I'm going to post. And hopefully I'm going to bring some more of my fellow shooters into some of my videos, because there's a lot of interesting topics that I want to touch on, but I want some other people's perspectives. So hey, thanks again for watching. I wish you all a happy new year, happy 2024, and until next time, shoot straight.